Hi, everybody. Ian Bremmer here around your world in 180 seconds. Have your questions, as always, lined up on my phone, and we're ready to go. Number one, will Putin's rare visit to North Korea strengthen anti-West alignment? It's deepening the relationship. There's no question. He hasn't been in North Korea in decades. And they call it the Hermit Kingdom. It's completely totalitarian. It's incredibly poor, but they have a massive military, and they've been providing an awful lot, thousands and thousands of train containers of weaponry, of ammunition, of artillery. And those containers haven't gone back empty from Russia. And there's been a lot of sensitive technology that's been transferred. The interesting thing will be whether or not this leads to more provocative North Korean behavior vis-a-vis the South and Japan, because they think they can get away with it because they have coverage from Russia. And will they start coordinating diplomatically in response to the NATO threat, in response to the way that the war in Ukraine is going? Be interesting to watch. It's not what China wants to see, but that is certainly a piece of what happens when a couple of states considered pariahs and rogues by the West are developing a real alliance. Secondly, is escalation of war between Israel and Hezbollah inevitable? Nothing's inevitable. It's looking more likely by the day. I've been very concerned about this second front. I didn't think it was going to open up in the early months because Israel's a small country and they've got a lot of people, a lot of forces that are fighting on the ground in Gaza. But as the war in Gaza, I don't want to say wraps up, because I don't think that's going to happen, but at least winds down and becomes less about taking and controlling and rooting out Hamas across all of the territory, and is less military intensive in terms of troops, then the Israelis can move a lot of those troops up to the north. And I think that is increasingly likely, in part because you have 100,000 Israelis that are evacuated still. The Israeli leaders say a lot, they got to get them back for the school year. That's September. It's coming up soon. And secondly, because Hezbollah is increasingly engaging in strikes against Israel, and most recently, really invasive surveillance drone intervention, including the port of Haifa. So in other words, really showing off to the Israelis that we're going to hit you hard. We're going to make this really hurt. They're a hell of a lot more powerful militarily, Hezbollah, than Hamas. So if this happens, it's going to be a lot bigger deal in terms of the impact and the casualties. Finally, will President Biden's new citizenship plan bolster his campaign? I guess a little bit, in the sense that it's an issue that is top two for most voters: inflation and the migration issue. He has been taking a harder line on number of migrants coming in. So now he's offering the spouses that are don't have citizenship, but their spouses do are going to have improved treatment. That's a give, especially in a lot of states where you have lots of those people, and states that he needs those votes. Every vote matters. Is it really going to help his campaign at the end of the day? This is a tough one. On balance, I think that Trump does better on this issue in the same way Biden does on abortion. And that's it for me. I'll talk to y'all real soon.